Today's topic: why do some people find clowns scary? Picture this: a birthday party, balloons and cake, and a clown steps in. Strangely, a horror hit from 1986 may be why you feel uneasy today. Why would a book or movie from years ago still shape that feeling? Good question, because most people never had a truly scary clown moment. Researchers even reported this surprising point. Fear of clowns was not mostly based on a direct, frightening experience with a clown. So if real life is not to blame for many of us, where did the fear come from? From training, through stories we kept repeating. And the biggest story was the evil clown. Britannica even points to Stephen King's It, from 1986, which pushed a clown from silly into threat. That idea spread fast. Movies, shows, posters, and Halloween masks kept using creepy clowns, so the scary version replaced the joyful one in our heads. But here's the odd part. People in many countries, both adults and kids, report the same fear, even when no bad clown story sits in memory. Okay, so what is the mind actually using to shout danger? It takes simple signals from faces and sounds, then uses what it learned before. Open University explains one big signal. Heavy makeup and fixed smiles hide natural expressions we depend on, so our brains struggle to read their feelings. When you cannot read a face, your brain plays safe. It adds a warning tag, because unknown intentions can mean risk. Now add horror elements to that unreadable face, darker scenes, sharp music, and a held grin, and the pattern turns into a clear threat. There's even a name for this twisted version of the clown. It is the evil clown trope, a horror take on the comic clown. Studies of horror media also add something important. When one scary story teaches a cue, a different scary story can trigger the same fear later. So the fear spreads across movies and shows. Even if each plot is new, your brain recognizes the signs, not the specific character. What happens after years of that? We start getting fewer warm, funny clown moments and many more creepy ones, so our memories tip in one direction. That's a loop. More scary images mean fewer chances to build friendly links, which makes the next scary image hit even faster. A November 2023 article even described this as a vicious circle. The fewer kind images we see, the more the fear sticks around. And the loop jumps off the screen sometimes. In 2019, police across England were called to dozens of creepy clown incidents by pranksters copying the trend. Those calls made news, which fed the scary story again. People saw the headlines, felt that jolt, and the loop tightened one more time. But what if you never watched it, or any clown horror? You still met the idea through trailers, posters, memes, costumes, and friends talking. Even a glance teaches the brain. A pale face, red nose, exaggerated mouth, head tilt, intense music. The pattern repeats, so the reaction repeats. Back to the makeup problem for a second. When real expressions are covered, our brain's social reading loses power, and our guard naturally rises. That is useful in nature, but on a TV screen it can be trained. Horror keeps pairing that unreadable face with danger and a big ending. Why ending? Because fear scenes end with action or escape, which stamps the memory. Your brain thinks, this cue mattered, remember it fast next time. Over time, that stamp shows up everywhere. Birthday party? Warning. Circus poster? Warning. Even a toy clown can feel wrong if the loop is strong. Here's something else the research noted. People's fear of clowns spread across ages and cultures, which suggests shared cues, not just local events. And that matches what horror studies found about learned fear. Specific scary cues can predict what will scare you in a different movie later. So, no ghost clown needed in your past. The loop and the hidden face signals usually do the heavy lifting. By the way, none of this says clowns must be scary. Many performers are kind, funny, and skilled. The loop just blocks those chances from sticking. Because when fear fires first, you skip the friendly moment. No friendly moment means nothing new to overwrite the scary story. And the next time you see a clown, the shortcut blinks faster. Your body reacts before your thoughts can argue. Okay, quick recap so far. Makeup hides true expressions. Horror linked that unreadable face to danger, and repeated evil clown images trained a fast threat response. Here's the point in plain words. Repeated evil clown stories trained us to see clowns as threats, and that feedback loop keeps the fear going. Why should you care about this loop? Because media can shape fears you never chose, for you and for kids who are still learning. When you notice the pattern, you can change what plays. Fewer scary scenes and more gentle ones give your brain new, calmer links. That does not erase fear overnight, but it helps. You are building fresh memories that compete with the old loop. Also, knowing the term coulrophobia can make this feel less personal. It reminds you many people share it, across ages and places. If a clown scene still hits hard, try naming the cue out loud. Saying hidden face or scary music can help you notice the loop. And if you make content or pick movies for kids, this matters more. You can choose which clown story they see first. Okay, quick check-in. Which clown image taught your brain first? Silly or scary? Tell me in the comments. I really want to hear. If this was helpful, please subscribe. More short, clear stories are coming, and they might change how you see everyday fears. Last line to remember today. Evil clown stories train to fear, and that loop keeps it alive. But new, kind images can retrain it.